Hello, Sobers, and thank you for doing this. Yeah, yeah. Right, going to start. This is an evaluation of the Reno, you know, like of digging up the Reno.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just start with, tell me what you did. And you can go far back as you want to the memoirs if you want to. Actually, you're also part of coming to the very first meeting in the park.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, first of all, we went to the Alley Park.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good night because we get a chance to get together and let everybody know what we're going to be doing for the dig. And it was surprising for me to see how many people turned up on that dig because I didn't expect so many people to turn up on the dig, to be honest. But that there, doing the dig, really inspired a lot of people, especially my son. Because right now my son is going to do a university course about culture and creative writing and stuff like that there, yeah. So that, after I told him what I'd done there, he said, well, Dad, you know what? It's a good job the council listened to what you were saying and sort of like give us the chance to look into our background and stuff like that there, you know.
Really?
That was really what I was on that day to really see what the council was going to come up, what was going to come out of it. And it did.
Yeah.
Project what we was doing as a good thing. And that was nice. That was very nice. I think that was very nice I did to do that, to be honest, you know.
No, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that this will go far, really and truly. Apart from what it's been now. So I'm hoping it's go a bit further than what it's gone now. Because I thought he was going to go thing on TV there concerning what he was actually doing. They didn't do much of that. They didn't do much filming there. I don't think they've done enough.
No, we'll do that in the future. We've got all the film. Yeah. We'll make it. That's what we're going to do at the Whitworth. We're going to make our film because we filmed every single day. Yeah. We're going to make our film into a documentary.
So when's that going to be then?
When we've finished.
Yeah, but you see, what it is really and truly, I would like to see more people come forward really still, although we had enough, we had a fair few. But some of the guys, I find out some of the guys I've been talking to was doing all sorts of, having all kind of actual discussions about people are raising money and all this kind of stupid talk and that kind of thing. I don't think you're raising any money out of this because definitely you're doing it for the community. Yeah?
I definitely make a wage.
Yeah, but you're not making no big nothing, you know, as far as what people are putting out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you heard what's been going out there, but
I don't even want to hear.
It's been a lot of bullshit going out there.
Yeah.
I didn't feed into all that.
Yeah.
I just listen to hear what they're going to come up with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would come in and say, well, look, she's helping us all. She's letting people know what we really where we came from and what we came to be now.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So in effect, it was a good thing to do that because I wish I had the idea before you did, to be honest with you.
No.
Yeah.
Tell me why. Tell me why you wish you had the idea.
Well, put it this way, I spent a lot of time doing nothing. We all did. Yes. After the Reno, you know,
yes.
even during the time. But, I mean, if somebody had come forward, say, let's say in the late 80s.
Yeah.
And started doing that when it was fresh.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I think it would be bigger than what it is now.
Why?
I think so. I think, well, you know. Well, you got guys like Frank for real, all them guys with life.
True enough, man.
You got guys.
Mike Maisie and all them lot.
Yeah, all them guys. Mike Evans and all them guys, they would have been.
Yeah, with their story.
They were alive at that time, so they would have been coming forward with things that they were more like raise everybody else up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're right.
So
right.
that would have been a good.
Oh, no, you're right. All them stories, man, died with them.
Yeah, because there was a time when I used to go to Frank's. Well, walk past his house and stuff like that. Yeah, I could hear him going on. And you could tell that it was a good atmosphere in the house, you know.
Yeah.
You could tell that guys were like having a good time. And they were like reminiscing about times when they were back in the day. That would have been nice to be with Frank and them guys. That's why I said.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, totally, man.
Yeah, so guys like, for instance, what's that guy called again? What's his sister's called? She lived on the corner. Is it Joando?
Cottier.
No, Dave. Is it Dave Joando?
Oh, Joando, yeah, David, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's He's there, but he's not. He's there and he's not there. That's what I'm saying. So
I know what you're saying.
even that kind of guy like that, when he was on form.
Yeah, no, you're right.
He could give you a good story, you know. Yeah.
I'd have spent my life taking. I wouldn't have been able to stop.
Yeah,
they would have just kept going.
Those guys got stories, man. You know?
Definitely.
And Maisie was the kind of guy that, you know, I remember when I was like 16, 17, we used to hang around. It used to be, I think it was a coal shed somewhere around where the market used to be, where the brewery is now. It used to be a coal shed on there. I think it was a coal storage.
Where the market is?
Where the old pure market used to be old back in the 70s.
Denmark Road
Market.
Yeah.
And not far from there was a coals. I think we used to store coals. Where people get the coals on the Saturday.
Oh, the Things coal, yeah.
Yeah, and we used to go there and take a bit.
The Things
Maisie was good
yeah.
at that. Maisie was handy for that kind of stuff there.
So, because I didn't think you went so way back.
Yeah, but we all were boys together. Me and Maisie, Mike Maisie and me, I think out of all the mixed race people that I done little wrongdoings with, he was one of the guys that I actually done a lot of wrongdoings with. But he was more like, he was very critical thinking. Don't forget, I had been in this country that long when they started.
When did you come?
I came here, I think it was 68, 69 I came here.
How old was you? 11 or something?
I'm 64 now.
5 years older.
I was 14. I mean,
right,
14.
okay.
I came here to...
That's quite late to come to a new country, isn't it? It's a strange age to come to a new country.
It was. I had passed my scholarship back home. And was to go to grammar school. But when I reached this country here, my mother, you know, old-fashioned style thing, she decided that, well, there's no friends of yours going to be at William Hume. Your friends are either going to be at Juicy.
Oh, no.
Or Burley. So here's me now stuck with a fucking scholarship and can't put it into no action. So I ended up, like, say, for instance, I've done like 2 years, 14 and 2 is 16, 2 years in school here in this country. So I had to ram everything in 2 years and get out of school because obviously she wanted you to leave school, my mother. Man, back in those days, it was like you come to this country here, immigration is all that, this kind of stuff going on. Your mother is already here with your dad. They don't want you to be in no school for no length of time, but you get out of school and go to work. That was the idea of bringing me here.
Wow.
I had other thoughts. I said, you know what? When I be 16, I'll be on the road. That's what I did. Because, in effect, they kind of like, my mother kind of like slowed down my education coming after doing what she did to me, you know? She kind of slowed me down, whereas I seen other kids who were more like coming into this country the same time I came here. And they were going places. I wasn't even fucking allowed to play out. It was more like, you know, you're new in this country, so you better calm down and do what I say. Plus, you're not living with your dad, you're living with your stepdad, which is her husband, not my father. Knowing all that, that's when I head for the front line. So I started already. That's when I met Maisie. That's when I really get to know who's gonna be my real friend, who's gonna be my enemy. Yeah. And there were guys who actually came from the West Indies who were like shitting up their face because I'm mixing with other guys and stuff like that. Why it didn't bother me. Because in effect those guys there that were gonna like finding things to say, they found me. I come from a different background really in Barbados than most guys would come from other Caribbean islands, you know. And my grandmother, for instance, she was the one that wanted me to go forward. You understand? Because she was kind of like a religious type person, and she wanted to see people progress. Because in effect, I was one of the first of her grandchildren to go to high school back home. Oh. Yeah, and that was a big thing. So coming here now, and she was trying to find out what kind of guy I was going to be when I turned out to be, and I left home and all kind of stuff like that there. And when she found out that I wasn't no longer at home, it broke her heart. But that's why I came. Because you come to this country here, you come to live with your stepfather. things where you can hear arguments and all that kind of stuff going on in the house, and back of your mind is not your God.
Yeah.
So I just hit the fucking road, man. I just got out of there and went my own way. That's when I called up with all the guys that I know now was on Mace from the Reno, see that? Yeah. That's what happened. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So me going on the dig and all that kind of business like that there now, I was glad to know that I'm going to get back to see some of the guys that I didn't see for a long time. And it was the case because, for instance, the guy who drove the taxi, the Evans guy. Remember the Evans
Brian
guy?
Evans.
Brian Evans,
Yeah.
I knew them guys when they were like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And over the years now, so don't you forget, the last time I saw them would have been in the late 70s.
Wow.
Yeah. And they kind of remember me, but I remember them more than they remember, you know.
Because you were the older.
Yeah.
They're only my age.
They were like,
yeah.
So.
Yeah.
When I saw the guy there, the biggest one, there on the taxi, they all came home to me. If they can take time off work to come and pay attention to what we're actually dealing with,
yeah,
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. And then to turn up at the door. Because I wouldn't expect most guys to turn up at the door we had tonight, you know.
Why?
You know, because, some people will come on the daytime and they'll walk around and do what they're doing, but when it comes to nighttime, they don't want to come in the fucking house. You know?
Because we got older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then they turn up, then that was nice. It was nice because, I think, what's his name again? Dave Brennan. Was he there?
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
Was he there?
Yeah.
I didn't see him.
Yeah.
Don't forget I was in the corner, you know. I was in the corner.
I know, because
I was paying more attention to
the
what we were doing at the time.
Yeah.
But I didn't go in and tell at one point. I did dance and stuff like that. But, yeah. So,
Wow, showbiz, man. So if you'd have gone to William Uni, you'd had a totally different life.
Well, yeah, because I do know guys now. I got a guy called Anthony Brown. He went to Charlton Grammar. Mm-hmm. And we used to go to, he's a politician now, by the way. We used to meet up in the park, in Charlton Park, yeah. And you would, well, to me, I would come across guys who were just freshly from the West Indies, like myself, going to school. And you would kind of click with the guys who were freshly in the country, and the ones who'd been there like 4 or 5 years prior to the UK. So I was kind of like learning who's, you know, and I see, so don't forget I went to Burley, so the guys at Burley, they're more like, it's a rat race thing they went to Burley, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because coming from where I came from, we were on a cruise thing, this education thing. It was not a rush job.
Yeah.
Because, in fact,
it's a big thing in Barbados.
Yeah, what it was, actually, my mother, she was paying a term. You pay the term money to go to high school, but it's nothing in comparison to what you would pay in this country.
Yeah.
So she could afford to pay back the money. But over here now, the textbooks were really frighten her. You understand?
Oh, yeah. And then the uniform and everything.
All that frightened her.
Yeah.
But she's getting something like £7 a week. And your term money will come something like £32 a term.
Wow. And how long's a term? 13 weeks or something?
13 weeks. So
it's like £2 a week in it just to go to school.
And her wage is only £7, £6 a week. So
that's a fifth of her wages to educate you.
She had to say for instance, she was getting something like say £5 a week wages while she was in Barbados, being schooled. Now, for me to get money out for, I can't get money out for a week. You got to get money out for every month or every 2 months. Yeah. So you got to save up £1 a week over her wages, or £2 a week over her wages.
Yeah.
And she had other kids that were born here. So all that kind of stuff that led to me having to leave home at an early age, get on the road, get my shit together.
So where was you sleeping when you left home then at that age?
When I left home?
Yeah.
In this country here, I got a room.
Right, I remember.
The best thing to do in those days was to get a fucking room and put your head down and get on with your life.
Where was you in Wally Range?
I was in Hopkins Street, Holton Street, Meadow Street, all those streets had rooms there.
Oh, of course, the almost side.
Yeah, and then you become a young man, something like 18. Had my first son to a Malaysian girl in Liverpool. She came from Liverpool up here. to like Saturday night, weekend stuff. And I get hooked up. Next thing you know, she breed another kid, another boy to me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he died now. He died when he was about 17 due to certain circumstances I'm about to mention.
Yeah, okay.
But, yeah. Well, you see, with me being on the street at an early age, it taught me a lot of stuff, man. It taught me a lot of stuff. I really got engaged to my first baby mother at one point. Because, you know, when you're young, you think you get hooked to someone, you think you're in love and all kind of shit like that. Yeah? But I had to step back and think. Because, you know, I remember going to Liverpool and it was like, you're in Liverpool, you're mixing with mixed race people. But when you think about it, living in Manchester with Manchester mixed race people, it's a different vibe altogether.
Tell me why.
Well, I find out that, well, in my recollection, I found out that most of the mixed race in Liverpool that I was mixing with, it seems to me that they were mostly Irish mothers. I found that out that Liverpool, it was, in those days, it was like, well, I think it was a good time for me to learn that because it was a lot of Irish coming over back in the 60s.
And it's an Irish stock.
Yeah. So you got the Irish seed.
Yeah.
And I learned all that. Most guys of my age didn't study that kind of stuff. That coming from the West Indies. They didn't kind of like venture into that kind of realm of thinking about, you know. And in doing so, I learned a lot of culture. I learned a lot of things about culture in Liverpool. That's one of the reasons why they were kind of like voted. They got this British Cultural Award, didn't they, at one point? I think it was.
A few years
ago.
Yeah.
I think they got it twice.
No, but why was mixed race?
Well, I find
Liverpool different from
because I find that most mixed race in Liverpool got a chip on the fucking shoulder.
Really?
Yes, that's what I found out.
Yeah.
And I think there's other guys, white and black, that will share that same do with me too.
Right.
Even today, I mean, look.
I don't know them, you know.
I know. In my job, well, there is a few that were coming to the Reno at one point.
Yeah.
You got Jeffrey Daniels and
Steve Kelly.
Yeah, Steve Kelly. He's more like a man. He moved from Liverpool a long time ago. He was backward and forward from Liverpool to Manchester before he settled down here.
Yeah.
Doing what he was doing, as you know, and but then again, I had a guy called Ray Forrester, who black guy, but I didn't know his father. Now you know, still today, you know, his father had outside kids who were mixed race. Yeah, Stanley, you know. Now I got involved with them.
Yeah.
And they would like come from Liverpool on the weekends. And come to Manchester, and they would all go to the Reno.
Yeah.
They'll go to the night because Jamaican parents, you know, Jamaican father.
Yeah.
And suss up the scene. And they will always comment on, they would like to see something like that working in Liverpool.
Yeah.
For them to be.
Part.
But don't forget, I think, having said that, how you had a chip on the shoulder and stuff, I think some of the guys don't live more grounded than some of the ones up here. That I see, you know, they were more for the family.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we were for the family too, but they were really in there.
No, they was in a clan. That's what I remember about the mixed race. It was like a clan.
Yeah, they were more together.
Yeah.
They were together. I think in that sense, where, for instance, you'll find out that you go on a Saturday night going down in Liverpool. You will just find you and your friend. You find about 5 or 6 of them going all at one car.
Yeah.
So I'll have a good time over there. Well, that happens here too, but it's a different. I was getting a different feeling down there because I knew what to expect. You understand what I'm saying? I knew what to expect down there because living down there, you can see the difference in it. So this is different. Up here was more relaxed.
In a different.
Yeah. It's more relaxed in that setting. It's more relaxed when you're in the club. You're in the club.
Yeah.
But up on the road, it's a different matter.
Yeah. No, we was very much our own thinking there. We all knew who each was, where they were standing, who was your friend. You said hello. Do you know what I mean? It was just cool.
Manny Buckle.
You and him was close, wasn't
Me and him was very, very close.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and him was very, very close.
Yeah.
But we got into this situation where things were kind of like getting out of hand with certain aspects of our lives, as you know.
Yeah.
And it came to a stop where he had to decide to skip Manchester and go to live elsewhere.
Yeah.
Which I think now was the best thing he's ever done.
Yeah.
Himself. Coming through what he did come through.
Yeah.
But I used to call for money buckle from my house, and I lived in Fallowfield at one point. And we used to pay regular visits to each other's house and do what we was doing at the time. And I find Manny Buckle was one of the guys that were like, well, he was a conscious guy. Because he was in the army. He was in the, I think it was the...
Merchant Navy, I think, yeah. When I met him.
True that. We get this thing about me liking me cooking. Yeah. And he being reckoned as a cook on a merchant. So we used to like cook dinners and like come around to his house. He had a flat in Hume. Yeah. He'd come and he'd be cooking something, or he'd cook something. And he'd say to me, you know, boy, you know what, I done some fish, boy, and it's come out nice, and you want to taste something? I never go. So the same thing I done for him. Yeah. He come to my house and I'd have a pot of some whatever, and I just go in the kitchen and see what's there. If you want some, take some out, man. Yeah. Aww. But yeah, we had a good rapport to us, because
I've seen some good photos of you in here.
But you know what? Those photos what you saw there that's all his idea. Because we had this, I think it was a Polaroid, one of those American Polaroids.
The little slim ones.
And everybody, in those days, back in the 80s, every photo that. Because we had our cars, I used to go to Blackpool, day tripping, you know, in the summertime. Yeah. And he'd have his car, he was going for the camera, didn't he? So let's go stand over there. so it came to a situation where everywhere he went, we went together. Yeah. We'd take photographs. We went to, I think we went to Southport once. Yeah. Or was it Blackpool?
Southport's the one with the dead far out sea.
Yeah, but it's a deadly place. It's like you get the beach. You hear the beach
is like a mile away.
And it's alongside the sun is alongside.
No, it's true. It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So we get along. But you know, I really miss Manny, because when he was in Manchester, man, it was like this guy. Because don't forget, when I in the 70s, yeah, we had a situation where everybody wanted to have an Afro hairstyle. Yeah?
Did you have an Afro though?
I had a baby Afro, yeah. I didn't want to go, because my Afro suddenly became a flat top. It became a baby flat top, you know. Yeah. And then the flat top of it, and then it's coming out. But Manny now, he was one of those guys that if I go to his house on a Saturday night, we're gonna get ready to go out. He'd be giving it all this. I'd be saying to him, Manny, man, look at the time. Yo, wait, man, wait. You say something like, don't look all right. No, don't look all right. I say, yeah, well, come, let's go, man. Yeah. Have you seen him lately?
I've not seen him in the flesh, no.
Did he come to the do when we had it? I didn't think he did.
I don't think he came to the marquee.
He did come to the park. In the park, yeah, that's where we started.
I don't think he came to the marquee. No. I don't remember seeing him.
I would have seen him, but he would have asked me.
Yeah, definitely, because plenty of people would have seen him. No, I don't think he did, you know.
No, I don't think he did either, because he would have come to you, wouldn't he?
Yeah, and he didn't come to the actual dig either.
No.
Tell me what you did on the dig.
On the dig? Well, to be honest with you, I was surprised to know that we got so far as quick as we did. On that dig.
I know.
Because we had a time limit, didn't we?
Yeah, 3 weeks.
And don't forget, we got through that, we ran through that, and everything was kind of like nice at the end. With David Treat being there, but that was kind of like speed things up a little.
No, yous were brilliant. There was a little team of yous that was...
Yeah, we all looked in, yeah. But what I'm saying is, I was surprised to know that the council came along and took all that land away from us. We had more like, the entrance to the door, yeah. The entrance to the Reno.
Oh, you mean the pavement?
The pavement
was covering it, over.
I knew we don't forget the dice. The dice is is the room that we used to be in, the dice room.
Did you used to gamble?
Yeah, I played, but it was the game that they played in the Reno. It was called, I think it was called sevens. It's more like sevens.
Yeah. So you have to get 7 when you.
If you throw sevens out, your first stroke, your very first stroke, everything on the table is depending on if you play, playing to you. It's all your money is mine.
Yeah.
So, but I wasn't a kind of a gambler that was like every day, every night.
Bothered.
No, I would go in there and try to think, try my luck.
No, some guys went in there and didn't come back out for the whole night.
Yeah, but those they call dedicated, hardcore fucking gamblers.
Yeah,
ain't none of that.
You just see them come in and that'll be it.
Yeah, that's it. They hook the gambling table for the fucking whole session.
Yeah.
I mix things up, so I didn't bother. But if I could go into the gambling house and see a load of guys in there that didn't know what they're doing, then I'd gamble that. But I didn't know, I wasn't no hardcore gambler. But Ganu, he was the guy that was encouraging people to gamble. Because Ganu, he was the kind of man that was in control of the dice table. That was his hustling. Was
it?
And
I remember he's the one that sold good weed as well.
Yeah, but not only that too. His trick was, what people didn't really click on to was that he was there to encourage the gambling to go on, because you'll come in the gambling house, some guys will not be about, and you buy a draw, and when you bought your draw, and you see the door that leads to the gambling house, he might come one time and look out in the club, and see you and say, give you a spliff.
A good one.
Yes. and then you see him saying to you, look at this. The gambling's going on. The next thing you fucking know,
you've lost everything. You stoned out of mind.
I tell you, you buy up all the weed and you fucking gamble all your money, man. Gandhi was good at that because he had a style there. But in those days, don't forget, there was a lot of police activity, involvement. And you would find a lot of police kids come in the club and were like holding the fucking bar for X amount of hours, getting free booze or film. That was the situation going on in Reno at the time.
Yeah.
Now, Ganu kind of like, he excluded himself from that kind of activity. He wouldn't mix with the police.
Yeah.
He'd stay in the back.
And just do his own
shit.
His own little hustle.
And don't forget, he's got a bag of weed in his fucking pocket at the same time.
True enough.
But then, as I say, the police were all, they knew the situation that was going to go on down there with him. But don't forget, they know he's got a bag of weed in his fucking pocket. But they're not there for him.
What are they there for? Their own cut, their own drink?
Well, the police that were coming to the police that were coming there at the time, but in all shebeens and clubs, illegal gamblers, whatever, they were coming, for instance, the shebeens and stuff. The police weren't coming to the shebeens to actually lock up the man who was running the shebeens. He's coming there they're coming there to spy on so-called pimps. That was it. The police were coming, they were the vice squad.
Right, yes.
It was merely the vice squad. Yes. It was no drug squad. But it was drug squad. The drug squad was...
not like now.
Yeah. Now they do their job now. But in them days there, you come in the Reno, like say, 1:30.
Yeah.
It might be a Friday night, and it's getting packed up. Come 2:00, the fucking place run out. The next thing you know, you see a big space at the bar. Because why? The police got the fucking bar holding it down. Nobody wants to go near them.
Yeah.
Because you don't know whether they're taking on the fucking statements to nick you for pouncing or pimping, whatever you want to call it. A lot of guys got caught like that from the Reno.
Did they?
Yeah, I remember, I think it was, I don't want to call it a name here because...
No, don't, but go on.
Certain guys that would be spied on, and the police used to come mostly... Shine had a shabini in the corner called the Western.
Yes.
They would go up there, but they didn't stay up there like they did in the Reno. They would go up there and they would have a look around, and they would come down. They'll come downstairs to the Reno, and they will hold the fucking bar for almost all night. And
I think they just wanted to be in there anyway.
No. What they was doing is, if they see you, don't forget.
Go on.
In the Reno, in a situation where everybody down there is spending big money because they're all showing off.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that's a good line of defense for the police.
To know what you've
To
got
know
in
what,
your
yeah,
pocket.
yeah.
So you must
you have
talk
on
to
a
someone
gold.
because you haven't got a job.
We all had on gold chains.
Yeah.
We all had on gold watch and gold teeth and whatever you. So then it became where.
And Ravel shoes.
Oh God, man! Then this thing called, I think in the early 80s, this thing called Trouble Fox trainers.
Yeah.
That came in, and then in the coming from the 70s back in the early 80s. Now it was things like if you were coming out on the front line in the daytime.
Yeah.
Got to get the arenas open in the nighttime.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the arena will start opening, say all 5. When the pub used to close at a certain time in the daytime.
Yeah, 3 o'clock
right.
and open at 7.
Well, I tell you what, the arena open for 5 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
And they close at a certain time, and they reopen again. Now, the time when they open in the daytime is when the police will circle.
Yeah.
And look to see who's on the front line.
Yeah.
Who's got on this glistening fucking white fox. And they make a circle, detour. Now they're taking all the evidence. Now, when the nightfall now is when you're going to get the problem. That's what's happened. And many occasions I saw guys who didn't realize it was being severe.
Oh, okay.
Had civilians going on during the daytime. And when the nighttime comes now, the police comes in. There's a few names who could mention, but I won't. And they will cut their asses out. And you will hear things like, but this is my money.
Yeah.
I worked for this. The police will say, which firm did you work for? Yeah? The one on Westwood Street? Because that was where...
Yeah, the women were.
Yes. So, yeah, it was a situation like that. I mean, the arena wasn't all gloomy. It wasn't all gloomy in certain times, certain weekends. Because they had a guy there, a police guy there who was called Bishop. And if you're not on your guard, and you come in the arena with anything in your pocket, he was a drug squad, by the way. If you come in with anything in your pocket, he was the kind of policeman that looking for every suspicious move that you may or may not do. If you look and you see him and you go back out, he's coming, hey, come here. You know
really?
What I'm saying? Yeah.
On his own, cheeky enough to be on his own.
He became a superintendent.
Right.
He was a young boy when we knew him, and then he became a superintendent off of us. Well, you could say that because he was only he didn't go to town and make any motherfucker in town, and they were all in town getting the weed. The weed was coming from Salford. As far as I know.
Yeah.
So they didn't go to town and mess with them.
No, he had
guys.
his little spot.
Police couldn't go to town and go to no fucking bar and sit there and get pissed like they did in the Reno and the island place there. They couldn't do that.
Why?
The council wouldn't allow them to do that shit.
Because they're noticeable, aren't they?
Yeah, you're supposed to be looking at crime, but true,
not just having a good time.
Yeah. Nobody's going to say nothing about it.
Yeah.
Nobody's not going to complain.
No.
You're going to say, okay.
Yeah, we don't.
Because don't forget at the same time, police are covering other guys' asses. This we already knew that. We had you had the so-called chatterbox police, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
So they would like fill them in.
Yeah.
And then they come outside the fucking door at night. Sometimes in this case where the police come outside the arena door at 10:30 to get in.
Waiting to come
to get to next some motherfucker that they got told they have to make. And as soon as they get in,
watching in the
they know he's gonna come at 10:30 and be here at 10:30 for your ass. You don't know it's you. They come and as soon as they open up, then they got nick you on the street. As soon as they open up and you're gone into your pocket full,
because you're trapped, it's hard to get out.
I'm fucking telling you, I mean, it wasn't a nice setting at times for that. With that, apart from that, everything's okay. But as I say, we done a good job, I think. You done a good job with us first, I have to say, because we didn't expect to somebody would come along and did what you done. I'm being honest with you here, because a lot of people that was kind of like effing on this and but you show the community that we had a life, as well as apart from getting stoned and getting drinking, we had a life. We were looking to see what other people think of our activities on what we're about. And I'm glad to know that you kind of open up people's eyes. Yeah. It wasn't all about fucking getting pissed and fucking drinking and smoking. It wasn't all about that. Understand? Because don't forget, most guys that frequent the Reno,
yeah,
managed to get their wives and their girlfriends and their long-time partners from that kind of environment.
No, true. It's loads of Reno.
They could fucking hit and butt. Yeah. Some of them don't even realize they got married to their wife that they met in the fucking Reno. You understand what I'm saying? Well, I appreciate things like that because that's how I got involved in what I'm doing now for 40 odd years. Oh. It was true being on that scene.
Yeah.
That kept me grounded with my missus for 45 years.
Yeah.
You can't want better than that.
No.
So I can't knock that, you know. And yeah. So you've done what you've done there. Again, other people should really appreciate that. I appreciate what you've done.
No, thank you, man. You know. But I appreciate what you did because you was there nearly every day.
I mean, well, they wanted to do it. If they didn't want to do it, I won't be coming.
No, see? I know that about you, though. Mm-hmm. I know I can't make you do what you don't want to do.
Some people find it hard to pin me down, you know, but if I want to do something, I'll do it. If I don't, I'll tell you straight up.
Yeah.
Don't include me.
Yeah.
No, if I didn't want to come on your dig, I wouldn't come up my fucking house to go there.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, out of respect, I did turn up and I did put my
you worked,
my load in.
You worked,
I mean, David, for instance, my brother-in-law, he showed his true dedication to what he was dealing with as the white guy. You know what I'm saying? And I consider him to be one of the guys that was a bit more or less from the start, as a white guy. I don't know what you think it's all about, but I think he's enjoying the actual the scenery of what you're doing, the activity.
Well, absolutely, David's mad for it, man.
He's sure more madness than I am.
David's absolutely mad for it.
I think he said to me was it last week? I think it was. I think he said. I think he mentioned what you said to me before concerning the photo. I think something to do with some awards that were going to take place.
Yeah, go on.
What took place with the awards?
Oh, we got nominated, didn't we? We were finalists in the National Lottery Award, but we didn't win it. But now we're shortlisted for Outstanding Contribution to Manchester Culture.
Well, that's a good thing, man.
That's astounding, man.
That's come true, that.
That's astounding.
If you can do it for Liverpool, obviously you can do it for us.
Yeah.
I think so too,
Yeah. Our project.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We come from a long line. We got a long line of history from that side of Manchester, you know, from Reno side, you know. And some of it, I mean, you know, even if Phil, can you imagine if Phil was alive and we had Phil to really come forward and tell us? I mean, Cola was kind of like in the background trying to effing and button, but you know, he's got a lot to say too if he did want to come forward.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I mean, I tried to talk to him, but
we all did.
He's kind of like holding back a bit. And I got news for you, Cola. If you're out there and listen to me, you should get involved in this because it'd be a credit to what's going on.
He's supposed to be doing one on Monday.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you better wrap up now because
yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna have to go do some cooking.
All right. Tell me, truthful, what did you think really worked and what did you think could have been done better before we go?
I think I don't know. Well, to be honest with you, I think we've done a good job. I don't think there's nothing that could be done any better than what you did. You tried your best with what we had to work with.
Yeah.
I wish the council give us a chance to dig up something else, to be honest with you, concerning this.
Like what?
Huh?
Like what? What else is there to dig up to do with us?
Well, we got loads of places that we can go into. We got you know, apart from the arena, we got the park there, you know, the wreck, you know. That was one of the places that we used to be, you know.
Yeah, all of us have got a history with the wreck.
But there used to be a shed.
Yeah.
A pavilion in there. And what do you call it? I think it was bowling green.
Yeah.
I don't so much think we'll dig it up, but we can go back there and revisit it. But we all of us from the arena was going to the rec park.
All of us have got a story with the rec park, definitely.
Yeah. But apart from that, I think we've done a good job on what we did with the Reno there.
I do.
Until we find some other meaning or something else, we can go.
Well, we'll be going to the Whitworth, won't we, to do our stories proper there. I'll tell you proper what it's about in a minute.
Yeah, go
ahead. Yeah. Are you ready to wrap up then to do your cooking? Thank you, sir. And listen. Thank you for everything you did on the site. And you know what else I loved about you was when we was chilling after it was all done and you come home and you got the chicken. Remember? And we had that wonderful afternoon. Yeah, that's cool. Where we had all the leftover drink and a bit of weed and the food. And do you remember it? It was a good afternoon, man.
That was cool, that was.
It was a great
a couple of guys that were on the dig. The actual guys who guided us through the dig. What happened to them?
What do you mean? What happened? They just went back to work. I'm
talking about, did they any contact with you or anything like that? They didn't that?
Different, you mean people who didn't go to Reno and come to
No,
help?
I'm talking about the guys who bought in the, what's the girl name again? The one I've done.
Sarah and Andy. Yeah, I was speaking to their boss. Definitely. I was speaking to their boss today because we're going to do a big write-up about everything that we did and to show how, when they do digs in the future with other communities, how to make it work as well as it did with us.
That's fine.
Yeah, because everybody loves what we did. So
you're going to stick on what you got here now? You're not going to go to no other avenues or anything else?
No, I'm just going to... No, we're going to go to the Whitworth. We're going to make everything, all our photos into a proper book. We're going to make all our excavation footage into a proper film. We're going to make an exhibition in the Whitworth. And then we're going to make everything that we understand into a musical that plays our music. See, so it's going to keep going, man. Yeah. And we get to be artistic with it and to say more things and do more memoirs and get more people like Melvin and them to come and tell their story.
You're not going to contact with Melvin, no?
Yeah, of course I have. He just kept saying no. I just have to wear him down.
He comes on the street quite often, yeah.
Yeah, does he? Yeah.
He's into his so lifestyle.
Leaving.
Yeah.
Right, thank you. Thank you,
You're welcome, love.